hopefully 1,100 of you.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because that's what we got on the midweek wrap up from last week so far.
Yeah.
Our hottest video to date, you could say.
Appreciate the views.
Travis, which by the way, he is Travis Colt.
Hi, I'm Travis Colt.
I'm Kevin Hawk.
What would you like to tell me, Kevin Hawk?
Sometimes things can get rough.
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone has...
Bad things can happen.
Everyone has their moments.
Seth Rollins with his knee injury.
Which he had surgery today, so he's on the mend. Successful surgery.
I broke my tablet today.
Oh, that sucks, man.
But at least I wasn't relegated to wearing a turkey suit to get tombstoned on a late-night TV show.
Brad Maddox. Ooh, I think that's a cold going around.
So, things can get bad, but remember, they're not Brad Maddox bad.
That must mean
Life lesson for the day. This is the midweek wrap-up. Let's put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Brad Maddox bad.
Brad Maddox bad. That'll be...
On the back, it's a turkey.
Let us know in the comments.
Crying turkey.
Or comment on the podcast. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Tony, we're talking to you. Hope we're coming in loud and clear once again. Thank you very much.
Also WrestleMania flag asshole.
Yeah, Dustin. Appreciate it.
I always forget to call you Dustin because I know too many other people named Dustin. It's Gold Dust and Chuck Taylor.
But let us know if you guys want shirts.
Kayfabe, bro.
If you guys want shirts, we'll start making shirts.
If you want shirts, if you want to buy merch from us.
Yeah, give us ideas or let us know if there's anything we've said that you want, and we'll make shirts.
I'll put it on a t-shirt. Yeah, I made my penis.
Well, in that case,
JK.
Let's go to main event. We opened up with Adam Rose coming out to the Exotic Express theme song.
Yeah, that threw me off.
We both kind of had this like. What?
I was thinking it was going to be something to do with the ugly evil bunny.
Yeah, the evil bunny didn't show up this time.
I know. I was sad about that, actually.
I was kind of hoping there was some sort of like...
He's not on this part of the European tour, though.
No. Yeah, they're still in London. Or England or wherever.
Yeah, they might be in London now. They're in Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester on Raw. I think they were in London this time. But yeah, Adam Rose comes out. He's about halfway down the ramp, tells people cut the music, and starts to blame the WWE Universe that they are the reason that he and his family almost lost their future, almost lost all their money because
not the homewrecker Rosa Mendez.
Yeah, because
apparently he's married and they have 2 kids.
Yeah.
But was making out with Rosa Mendez on TV. That's
what made that whole thing really weird, is that he was, like, on the ESPN thing that they did, he was talking about, like, his family and all this stuff. And I was like, but you're making out with Rosa. You're making out with Michael Hayes' sloppy seconds, like, every week on TV.
Fourths, bro.
I mean, yeah.
She had Primo and Epico first.
Anyway, he comes out and says that the WWE Universe didn't get behind him during the Exotic Express.
I'm sorry, but you can't blame me, Adam Rose.
Yeah, we tried.
I was a firm believer.
Yeah, I mean, we were dancing.
You weren't sold at first.
No, because I wanted Leo Kruger.
Yeah. Hey, let's have that happen, huh?
Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, he says that we ruined his life, so now it's his turn to ruin ours.
There's one person who doesn't want his life ruined really bad. And
that's Jack Swagger.
Yeah. Jack Swagger came out, he was so mad that he had fire graphics.
Yeah, I think Kane might be on SmackDown.
Which then really quickly changed into British flag graphics. So I'm fucking confused about Jack Swagger right now.
He's on fire.
He's a flaming Brit.
He's a flaming Brit, but he's a real American, damn it.
Yeah, it's still real to me.
Him and Adam Rose have, kind of the same match they have all the time. Adam Rose did look real good, using some more off-the-top rope offense, using the Chris Benoit-esque headbutt, which was good.
Oh, when you said looking good, I thought you were going to talk about his striped kick pad thing.
That was just fucking... That looked like he was...
His black and white, like, boot covers on, like, the black and blue outfit didn't quite fly.
No. Adam Rose would end up trying to go for
apparently I'm the fashion police.
Yeah. Chill the fuck out. Adam Rose would end up going for a second top rope move later in the match, would get caught in the Patriot Lock, and would tap out to Jack Swagger. Then, the surprise of main event, Damien Sandow is back on TV, kinda, on Hulu.
Yes, if you watch Hulu on your TV, he's back on TV.
Yes.
If you watch it on the computer, he's back on monitor.
He's back on your computer. He would take on the one-man band, baby, Heath Slater.
Yeah.
And it was good to see both these guys, like, actually having a match on TV.
Yeah, and I was talking about it, like, last week. We had a lot of other similar, like, Fandango.
Yeah.
And Adam Rose.
Yeah, Fandango and Adam Rose.
You know, and seeing these guys get the time of day.
Yes.
Even on Hulu.
Yeah, even if it is on main event, that's what main event should be. It should be those guys that you know for a fact you're not going to see on Raw and SmackDown. That's who should be getting the time on main event.
Yeah.
And they put
also
on
Sheamus.
You see him on Raw and SmackDown, so
Boo.
that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, Damien Sandow and Heath Slater have a great match. Sandow still looks great.
Pulled out some cool new moves.
Yeah, and had the most pink trunks I've ever seen. I was almost blinded by Damien Sandow's ass.
Yeah.
God damn.
We got those colors back, the very reminiscent of early Sandow
Yeah,
when he's wearing the
pink trunks and the
got, like,
purple.
Pink, like, because he had pink, purple, and turquoise.
Yes.
Were like his like go-to things.
It's
and that's all Lonnie Poffo.
Yeah.
The genius-esque.
Very much
thing.
so.
He even adds in the cartwheel, which Lonnie Poffo did.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had like a Russian leg sweep that he started with this thing, arm over the face.
That'll be nice for you guys listening to the podcast. He did this thing. Watch us on YouTube.
And when he pulled back for the Russian leg sweep, he pulled on the arm and it spun Heath Slater out.
Yeah. And then he nipped up out of it too, which was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
then he did the other cool thing that you rewind for me, but I forgot what it is.
Oh, he did the
the Regal Cutter, right?
Yeah. No. That was Becky and Sasha. He did like a spinning elbow in the corner, and then as Heath Slater came out, he did like a
he did the blockbuster.
Yeah, the
blockbuster.
Yeah, running neck breaker, which was good. And ended up winning the match with the page turner.
Yeah, or here today, gonorrhea.
Thank you, Jimmy Rave. But yeah, Damien Sandow picking up a win on main event. That's very cool. And then in our main event, we had Sasha Banks taking on Becky Lynch. These two always have great matches. This was
and there was an awesome Regal Cutter.
Yeah.
that I didn't think was in the match.
That was your segue, bro.
Yeah.
That was your segue.
I wish I had a segue. Those are expensive.
Yes, they are. Sasha and Becky, you can't expect these girls to have a bad match.
You could if you were an ass.
Yeah, stop that, ass. But yeah,
ass.
Sasha ends up picking up the win. She actually reversed a pump handle slam into the bank statement, which was pretty badass.
Yeah, here's one of the things I've been really appreciating in the last maybe month or so with Sasha is adding versatility to her finishing move.
Yes.
So it's not like, you get a lot of like people, especially on the main roster, where the finishing move is the same thing, same setup over and over and over again.
Like you can call it exactly when it's going to happen.
But when you can do something like reverse suplex into your move, like kind of suddenly, it makes you look a lot cooler.
And
it makes you look like you know what the fuck you're doing.
It makes the end of the match more impactful too, because if you know what's going to happen, you're like, okay, here it comes. But like, yeah, when you can pull out, just some like on the spot reversals and hit your finisher, that's what makes people pop.
Yeah.
You get
That's why the RKO out of nowhere became a thing.
Exactly. But yeah, that was main event.
Can I have one gripe about main event?
Sure.
Jack Swagger won his match. That is not my gripe.
Okay.
My gripe is he tried 3 different occasions to do the Swagger bomb.
Yeah.
And hit the 3rd one, but the first 2 we had creative little ways that Adam Rose avoided getting landed on by Jack Swagger. I think when this is the case, I think the 3rd Swagger bomb should have been what ended the match.
Really?
Because they didn't have any focus on Jack Swagger's ankle lock at all throughout the match that I can recall. And having Jack Swagger try on 2 different occasions first to hit the Swagger bomb, and Adam Rose being that, oh, well, fuck, I better not let him hit this Swagger bomb, more than any other move. And then when Jack Swagger finally hits the Swagger bomb, it should be more than just... it should be more of a thing. If that's the one move you're going through the match multiple times trying to hit this same move, like you watch a Kane match, at least once or twice Kane goes for the chokeslam and it gets reversed before he's going to hit it.
Yeah.
And that's Kane's big thing, the chokeslam. Right. Stuff like that. You'd move out of the way of Big Show's knockout punch before he hits you with it.
Pretty much what you're saying is if it's a signature move, you shouldn't be moving out of the way more than once. If it's a finisher, that's what you should avoid at all costs.
Yeah, or,
because people reverse signature moves all the time.
Yeah, or, just anything. Like, if this is one specific move, signature, finisher, or just any move, and it's the repeated go-for move over and over and over again, there's a reason why that's happening, and that's the, oh shit, if he hits this move, I'm done for mentality. And if that happens with any move, if that move gets hit, that should be a win. Or at least damn close.
If you're going to win, make it a win. I'm not sorry for that. Like we said at the beginning, Seth Rollins had surgery on his knee today. He had successful surgery. Went on Twitter and said he's officially on the mend, and he said he'll be back before we can miss him. That's a lie because we already do. But we're going to move on to...
We missed him before they announced he was injured.
That's true. We're going to move on to NXT. We opened up with what was supposed to be Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. That never happened.
But I looked away and looked back, and Ty Dillinger was black and beating up Baron Corbin.
Because Apollo Crews came out for retribution for Baron Corbin ruining the title match last week on NXT.
That's the name of the next takeover.
And just...
Retribution.
I feel like there's an indie company that uses that.
Maybe.
Yeah, Apollo Crews just whooped the shit out of Baron Corbin for a good couple of minutes and sent Baron Corbin running to the back. And later he would actually say, someone was asking him, like, what does this mean for you and Baron Corbin? He goes, oh, well, Baron Corbin wanted my attention. Well, now he has it. And if I get my hands on you, Baron Corbin, I'm going to break you.
He's got all that Apollo Crews-sized sweaty attention.
So it's looking like we're going to get a one-on-one match between these two since we're about a month away from TakeOver.
Yeah, TakeOver London.
Yeah. But our first match was a 6-person tag team match. We had Bayley and the Hype Bros taking on Bamf. This is a pretty good match.
For those of you who don't know, that's the Blake Alexa Murphy factor.
Yes.
Or faction if they're teaming together.
I like that.
Or factory if they're making babies.
I don't think they are. I was appreciative that Blake had a normal hairstyle this time. Thanks for that.
I was also appreciative that he's trying to go for the NXT Women's Championship.
No. We talked about this. He said, because he says, next NXT Women's Champion right here. But at the same time, Murphy is pointing to Alexa. It's a tag team thing. They do everything as a tag team, and they have to talk about Alexa in tag team form. But they can't do two things at one time.
I'm just saying, with what happens later in the match, it's totally a setup for them to have a women's championship match, though.
All right, well, let's talk about that. So, yeah, the match is really great. Everyone has their moments.
Had Mojo in it. It was mediocre at best.
Hey, he had the crowd going, all right? Ryder got to do all...
He had the crowd going for a minute, but to me, what really sells it is the fact that when his voice came on for the entrance, they started booing.
Yeah. Anyway, I
think what they're trying to do is they're like, Mojo Rawley, we teamed him up with Zack Ryder, that's still not getting him over. Fuck, let's put him with Bayley. If we sandwich Mojo Ryder, if we sandwich Mojo Rawley between Zack Ryder and Bayley, there's no way the internet won't love him.
Well, that was wrong.
We hate you.
Zack Ryder got his moment. Blake and Murphy both got their moments. But so the match kind of breaks down at one point. Alexa actually goes out and steals the women's title and runs away. And this pisses Bayley off, and Bayley's trying to get to her.
And the referee's like, no, stay in the match, even though I'm letting her run the fuck away.
Referee's stopping Bayley. All the while, Mojo goes for a sunset flip on Murphy. And Blake...
Was it on Murphy?
Yeah, it was on Murphy. Blake actually grabs his hand...
From the outside.
And Murphy sits down on Mojo and tries to get the pin. And
Bayley like, ain't in my ring.
So she kicks their hands, breaks them apart. This allows Mojo to almost pin Murphy. Murphy kicks out and gets all up in Bayley's face like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he unfortunately decided to do the hug pose with his arms wide out. And he got himself a belly to Bayley.
Yeah, he got himself hug flexed across the ring.
And it was good too. And she was done at that point.
I wonder if it was as good for him as it was for her.
Ryder ends up drop kicking Blake off of the apron. They hit the hype rider on Murphy and pick up the win for their team. And we actually saw...
From here on out, I'm calling that move the typewriter.
You can call it the Mojo Rider since you almost said that.
I did say that, actually. There's no almost about that.
Anyway.
That was sad. But it's the typewriter now.
We find out that the Ascension have accepted the challenge from Jordan and Gable.
Yeah.
Put out by them last week, so we'll probably be seeing that in the coming weeks.
I actually enjoyed their promo.
I did too.
I like the Ascension.
We do like the Ascension. It's just they dropped the fucking ball with their initial debut on the main roster. I think the fact that there was Stardust now, they're getting a push in the right. They're getting a push in the right direction, and I think maybe this is their second step back to NXT since they were in the Dusty Classic. Also, this gives them a chance to reinvent themselves slightly. I like that Connor's gone full contacts.
Yeah,
I like that. That looks cool.
And Victor's got a mean case of pink eye.
That's red eye, bro.
It's so red.
That's red eye.
It's so pink, it's red.
Up next, we have Nia Jax taking on Deonna Purrazzo. And before this...
Deonna!
We actually saw Nia Jax talking to Eva Marie. You need to get the fuck away, Nia, because that's not going to help you. At all. Even though you will disagree, because you were saying...
Well,
You made the comparison to Kevin Nash.
It's nothing positive towards Eva Marie.
Yeah, she gets like the most dominant diva on the roster.
Well, no, what I'm saying about the situation is I'm not saying that Nia Jax gets better because of Eva Marie. It's if this happens and they go with the Eva Marie gets Nia Jax as her bodyguard storyline,
which happened on live shows.
Which they paired them together at live shows. It gives Nia Jax a storyline to get into. Being the bodyguard. It gives someone who can help Eva Marie matches move along. Especially if they
Let's hope, because Eva's not doing it. Yeah, you heard me, Tony.
Like,
Eva Marie sucks!
In tag team matches.
Tony talks and can't tell me any different. Sorry.
And on that note, saying Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash tried 3 or 4 different gimmicks in WCW, but never got over until he played the bodyguard gimmick to Shawn Michaels in WWE.
And no, that is not comparing Eva Marie to Shawn Michaels, goddammit. Anyway, Nia Jax took on Deonna Purrazzo and beat her pretty soundly. Deonna didn't have a chance. She's tiny. She's cute, but she's tiny. Didn't have a fucking chance. Got beat with the spine buster and the big leg drop. And we go to the back and we find Bayley chasing after Alexa. Alexa's having a photo shoot with the women's title and just drops the belt and takes off. So Bayley...
That's what really blows my mind, too, is and then when Bayley grabs the belt, she doesn't fucking, question the camera, the photographer.
Yeah.
If I was Bayley, I'd be like, dude, what the hell are you doing?
Instead, she grabs the title and starts walking back the way she came, and then she comes face to face with Nia Jax.
Yeah, who looked completely, like she didn't just have a match.
Kayfabe, bro. This allowed...
She looks slightly fatigued.
This was kind of a weird situation because then we have Alexa attack Bayley from behind, And she's like, that's what you get, Bayley. And then Nia picks up the title, and Alexa's like, fuck.
Alexa went down to pick up the title, and like Nia Jax also went to pick up the title, and Alexa's like,
you can have it.
You're a lot bigger than me.
But then she handed it back to Bayley and walked out the door, and Bayley was left sitting on the floor with her title.
So I'm wondering if they're going to go with an angle of maybe Nia Jax is looking to see who would be the highest bidder for her services.
Possibly.
Or Eva Marie is convincing Nia Jax to befriend Bayley in order for a double cross to help Eva Marie towards the Women's Championship. I just gave you 2 different storylines, NXT. Roll with it.
Well, we'll see what happens next week because Alexa Bliss gets her women's titles match next week on NXT.
Yes, all the women's, all the titles, all the Alexa Bliss versus Bayley we can handle, which is a lot. So
yeah, I can watch
that. Should be like an Iron Man match.
Then we have our main event match. I'm gonna let you talk about this because you got the you got the biggest pop out of it. Like I'm excited about it, but this is yours. This is all
mine.
you.
This is all mine.
This is all you.
Well, let's talk about it then. The Vaudevillains versus Dash and Dawson, as they like to be called now.
It's the mechanics.
They were the mechanics to us. They're still the mechanics
to us, damn it.
That's
going to be on a t-shirt.
Yep. Right next to the Brad Maddox band. You can find all this at fucking WrestlingRundown.com/shop. That doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist. Don't go there. It might exist eventually.
Hey. What are you talking about? Merchandise?
Maybe. Anyway,
heard of that stuff.
Anyway, let's talk about the match.
This was a good match.
Very good match.
What I love is that these guys really heavily focused on wrestling.
They're 2 very technically sound teams.
Yeah, and it really goes to help fit with the style that Dash and Dawson put on. Is a very old school style. I talk about it almost every time they're on. The likening them to the Brain Busters or the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, teams that were very pick a body part, isolate it, destroy it, win your match that way. And the Vaudevillains very similar, and they played off of each other really well. And it really even threw back because before we watched NXT, you were watching the Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat rivalry show on the WWE Network,
which is really good. I like how you did that.
Stupid shills.
WWE Network, sponsor us,
please. But it reminded me of that style match where you had the slower paced technical wrestler, grab your leg, crush your leg. And you had the Vaudevillains, who'd be like the Ricky Steamboat in said situation, with the more fancier, high-flying moves, the fast-paced, the arm drags, the drop kicks, which we saw all of those implied.
And Gotch with his very British...
Awesome Regal Cutter.
That's Becky Lynch.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, he had this great combo that he did to... I don't remember which one he hit first.
It was Dash.
Yeah, he hit Dash first. He hit him with a headbutt to the stomach, and then a double knees to the face, and then a spinning back kick.
Yeah, because Dawson and English both made the double tag.
Yeah. So it was that. Pretty cool. And they had a crazy bit of sort of fighting going on, and even English gets himself in as the legal man, and they all sort of migrate towards the entrance side of the ring, and there's a distraction made by Dash, and Scott Dawson comes from behind and fucking chop blocks the shit out of Aiden English's knee.
Yeah, all the while both Dash and Dawson are on the outside, and they end up tossing Simon Gotch into the stairs.
Yeah, he gets tossed into the stairs, which pretty much takes him out because, 2 guys tossed you into the stairs.
It's gonna hurt.
You kind of
and the chop block to Aiden English is a big thing because they've been working Aiden's leg for most of the match, very similar to what they've been doing to Cass the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and so they set up English in the ring for the same thing they did to Cass to injure him with the leg lock and then Dash jumping off the ropes and stomping on the knee. Pretty gnarly looking double team. It's a good double team,
especially with that mentality of focus on that body part, take it out, and that's what puts you in the running.
Yeah, and then you get Scott Dawson slaps on the reverse figure 4 leg lock, which is something you don't see very often, and actually gets Aiden English to tap out.
Holy
getting
shit.
The Mechanics the NXT Tag Team Championships.
He popped
hard. I did.
He was like...
Not like that. That sounds dirty.
No. No comment. No, it was a cool moment. Like, I thought about it before the match started. I was like, okay, the Vaudevillains have had the tag team titles for about 2 months now. They won it back at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So, there is a good chance that they could lose. And especially with, the push that the Mechanics have been getting with the taking out of Enzo and Cass, more and more promo time.
Well, I think...
Even arguing with Jordan and Gable.
I think all this is spawning from is the fact that the Mechanics and Jordan and Gable put on stellar performances at TakeOver during the Dusty Rhodes Classic semifinals matches.
Yes.
And now they're going, oh shit, both of these teams are starting to get really over with the crowd, so we need to throw these teams in hard and fast while the crowd is still thinking about these guys.
Yeah, and the great thing is you've got, you put the team that isn't quite over with the crowd with the title storyline to get them more notoriety, because you don't have to worry about Jordan and Gable. Jordan and Gable are getting reaction just based on them.
Yeah, I mean, they're like the greatest tag team in the world.
No, they're not.
No?
No. But the greatest tag team in NXT is never mind.
History, so far. The short history of NXT.
Yes. But yeah, Dash and Dawson are the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Hell yes. And then we had Samoa Joe come out and talk about that he attacked Finn Balor.
Yeah. He does have a really cool reasoning.
Yeah, I do like the rationale behind it. I like that all of a sudden, though, he is a bad guy, and he's like full-blown bad guy at this point.
Yeah.
He's not even like, sympathize for me, I'm actually the good guy, but I got screwed over kind of bad guy. He's just like, yeah, so when we had the Dusty Rhodes Classic, I basically carried your ass to the trophies. Which was like kind of logical, because he probably did have to carry him after he hurt his knee during the semifinals and finals.
Yes.
But all those other matches, no.
No.
Finn Balor's good.
But yeah, he says that, Finn gave him the title shot, and then Regal took it away, and Finn didn't do anything to try and back up the fact that Joe deserved a title shot.
Yeah, and Joe's basically saying at this point, Joe deserves a championship match just because he is Samoa Joe.
Yeah, because
it's not because he wins a match. It's not because he's went to the finals of the tournament with Finn Balor. It's not because he could win a battle royal. It's just because that he is Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
that he should be entitled to the championship.
Yeah, Finn actually makes his way down. They have a little face off that the referees try and break up, and Joe has some final words for him, and then it just becomes a quick little fight that doesn't last long because Joe slaps in the Coquita clutch. And,
he threw a referee at Finn Balor's nuts.
Yeah, he threw Drake Younger right at Finn's nuts, and then put on the Coquita clutch and made Finn Balor pass out.
Yep.
So, things are heating up. Looks like we're gonna be getting our one-on-one title match coming up pretty soon. I'm sure something will happen in that women's match next week, which might set up for a rematch at TakeOver. Lots of things are at play right now. Lots of interesting stories going into these titles right now.
Yeah.
and some great talent just outside of the title picture as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But thanks for watching or listening, whatever
Don't
you're doing.
forget to like, favorite, and subscribe.
Which you can do on both youtube.com/The Wrestling Rundown or on soundcloud.com/Wrestling Rundown.
Yeah.
And then in the description of both the podcast and the videos are a bunch of links that you can visit all the other places where we post stuff.
Like Facebook,
Twitter,
Tumblr,
Instagram,
Reddit,
and 2 emails.
Yeah. There's that, and there's freaking 3 Twitters, and
2 Tumblrs,
2 Tumblrs,
2 Facebooks, my Facebook if you want to just talk to me.
And so there's a lot of links.
Yeah.
Check them out.
So many ways that you can get a hold of us. So many ways that you can let us know what you like, what you don't like. Why are you grabbing my arm?
It's another way to get a hold of you.
He clicked the link. See what happens? You can't. Are you listening? That probably sounds really weird. Anyway,
it's what it sounds like when a fish out of water's on your couch.
Oh man, this is getting weird. For those of you,
When does it not?
For those of you watching on YouTube, check out that playlist. We got a raw review up there.
Hey guys, I have a challenge for you, the people watching and
Challenge
listening.
accepted.
You can't accept the challenge. It's them.
Bullshit.
I mean, you can help.
All right.
You got a computer, right?
All right. What can we do, Hawk? Tell him, Hawk.
Well.
Oh. Well. There you go. The podcast people haven't got one of those yet.
That's true. Last week's midweek wrap-up blew up.
Yeah.
Not sure why, but we're standing at over 1,100
At last
views.
check, we had 1,138 views.
That's a lot. That's the most we've had on any video so far. And that's on the midweek wrap-up.
Yeah.
This is the midweek wrap-up. So I think I
know where you're going with this.
I'm challenging all the sharers and rebloggers and retweeters and fans of the Wrestling Rundown to make this week's midweek wrap-up top last week's midweek wrap-up.
So we're currently at just over 1,100.
I want this one to get to like 1 million. Shooting high.
You know what? Let's double it. Let's go for 2,200 views on this week's midweek wrap-up, or any video that you want to do. If there's a video that you like, you can go back, check out the Raw review where we talk about the beginning of the first round of the WWE title tournament.
You know, if you put like loop in the title of the video in the web browser portion, it'll just give you a loop version of the video. It goes in there somewhere. Just do that and leave it on.
You're cheap.
I'm helping you cheat.
Thanks for watching.
Hey,
thanks
if
for
there's
all the
anything
people.
you need to take away, other than Brad Maddox bad, if there's any other thing you need to take away from this wrestling rundown as a whole, I'm not talking just this episode. I'm talking like the best piece of advice we could give you, bestowed upon us from a fantabulous color commentator of decades past. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
We'll see you guys at whatever video or podcast you decide to watch / listen to next.
T-shirts.
Don't sue us, Colt.